political games they want to play. It's not like the Republican Party has a 10-vote majority in the Senate. They've got a couple-vote majority in the Senate, and one of those people are marching in the streets, and the other one is basically saying she's troubled and doesn't know if she can even vote for Donald Trump again. Let's be very clear about this. It will be Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump who will be the lone protectors of the chokehold. It will be Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump who will be the lone protectors of continuing to give bad cops immunity from their crimes. I mean, this is just BS that Republicans saying, oh, we may not have the vote. Again, Mitt Romney, Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, pick one or two more that could vote against chokeholds, that could vote against immunity for bad cops, killer cops. A very small percentage, but a very real percentage in the police force. So this whole thing, the Republicans control the Senate. It's not really. This is Mitch McConnell once again, just like he's killing any Voting Rights Act reforms. He's killing any bill that might actually make it easier for Americans to vote, that may make it harder for people to suppress the vote of black people. He's now doing the same things. Mitch McConnell, the champion of chokeholds. He could get this passed in the Senate in this second if he wanted to.
Yeah, he could. And you just laid out the crass political reality for Republicans. And, you see that walk of shame when they're heading off to their Senate lunch. And they pass our friend and colleague, Kasie Hunt, and she's shouting questions, a very simple question. Do you agree with the president's tweet? Do you agree with the policy as it is? And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, you will not have the runway to continue with that. This is not like the moments after Sandy Hook, where you had a significant push and then it died. This is a very different feel around this issue. And Republicans need to understand where the country has moved to on this. This isn't stuck in the partisan morass where you can sit back and pretend it didn't happen or point fingers at the other side for putting out onerous legislation. Chokeholds. Tell me you are against chokeholds. Tell me that as a United States Senate, you do not want to fund police department with federal dollars that do not ban chokeholds. How is that complicated? Where is the problem with that? And you don't think Americans won't get that? Then you are prepared to lose the Senate in November. This is how this works. This is not an issue where people are going to sit around their kitchen tables and debate it. They're marching on the streets. Do you know why they're marching on the streets? And if you understand why they're marching on the streets, you mean you cannot deliver the bare minimum of what they're asking for? So you're right, Joe. This is not a Nancy Pelosi problem. This is not a Democratic Party problem. This is a Republican Senate issue that could become a problem for them if they do not do the basic thing and just ban chokeholds. I don't get it.
Martha McSally.
Oh my gosh.
Martha McSally needs to demand an up or down vote on banning chokeholds. Cory Gardner needs to demand an up or down vote from Mitch McConnell on banning chokeholds. Susan Collins needs to demand an up or down vote from Mitch McConnell on banning chokeholds. Joni Ernst needs to demand an up or down vote on banning chokeholds. Susan Collins needs to demand an up or down vote on banning chokeholds. Tom Tillis needs to demand an up or down vote from Mitch McConnell on banning chokeholds. Every Republican who is up for election in a few months needs to demand from Mitch McConnell an up or down vote on chokeholds. Hey, Mitch, guess what? I can't speak Russian, so get an interpreter to tell this to you, if you will.
Yeah.
Mitch, in America, we have elections every 2 years, and you have an election coming up right now, and you've got some problems because the kids are all calling you Moscow Mitch. You're going to be chokehold Mitch next. The kids are probably going to start calling you that because, again, you don't have a 10-vote majority. You can't hide behind the fact, oh, there are all these Republicans and I can't control them. Mitt Romney will vote to ban chokeholds. Susan Murkowski will vote to ban chokeholds. Lisa Murkowski will vote. I think Susan Collins, even with the race that she's in right now, will probably vote. She'll be very worried and very troubled. And then, yes, she'll also vote to ban chokeholds. But you're going to be asked about it on the campaign trail. And a race that's going to be a lot tougher than you think it is, Mitch. Really is. All of those oligarchs, you know, that you've been cavorting with, all those oligarchs that you've been hanging with.
People kind of know about it.
Yeah, it's out there, Moscow. It's out there, Moscow. And as bad as the nickname Moscow Mitch is,
it stuck
Moscow
so quickly.
Mitch, chokehold Mitch probably will be worse for you in Kentucky. You're the only person in America right now. You're the only person in America right now that is stopping this legislation from passing. This isn't like Sandy Hook, because after Sandy Hook, you could blame the Republicans controlling the House, blame the Republicans controlling the Senate. Oh, it's just, there are just too many. Oh, guess what? This will pass in a second in the House. And Mitch, if you'll keep the lights on in the Senate chamber and allow an up or down vote instead of killing that up or down vote on chokeholds, it's going to pass. And you know it. And the opposite of that is true. If it doesn't pass, it's all going to be on you. Lots of luck with that, fella. Lots of luck with that, whether you're campaigning in Russian or in English over the next several months. Do the right thing, Mitch. Guess what? I know you won't do the right things for the right reasons. Just do the right things for the political reasons. And the right thing for the political reason is let the Senate vote up or down on banning chokeholds.